a forest of just 700 acres, yet it has been blamed for disappearances, UFO sightings, and even lost time itself. Compasses spin wildly, electronics fail without warning, and those who dare to enter speak of whispers, ghostly figures, and the overwhelming sense that the forest itself is watching them. This is Hoia Baciu in Romania, often called the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. Some believe it's haunted, others say it's a portal to another dimension. But one thing is certain, it's one of the most unsettling places on Earth. Hoia Baciu's reputation didn't appear overnight. For centuries, locals in the region of Cluj-Napoca avoided it. Shepherds whispered of cursed land, claiming a man once vanished here with his entire flock of 200 sheep, never to be seen again. But the legend truly exploded in 1968, when a military technician named Emil Barnea took what are still considered some of the clearest UFO photographs in history. The images showed a disc-shaped object hovering above the forest. They were published internationally, giving Hoia Baciu the nickname it still carries today, Romania's Bermuda Triangle. From then on, Hoia Baciu was no longer just a local legend. It became a global mystery. What makes Hoia Baciu so unsettling isn't just the stories, it's the way it looks. The trees don't grow straight. Instead, they twist and spiral like giant corkscrews. Some bend at 90-degree angles, others loop into complete arcs before straightening again. Scientists have tested the soil and trees, but no clear explanation exists. Radiation levels in certain parts of the forest are higher than average, though not enough to be deadly. Some believe the abnormal growth is linked to these anomalies. Others think it's simply a trick of nature. Though when you're standing inside the forest, it feels like the trees themselves are warped by some invisible force. And then there's the clearing. At the heart of Hoia Baciu lies a perfectly round clearing, about 300 feet wide. No trees grow here, despite soil tests showing nothing unusual. Scientists from Cluj University found no logical reason for the barren patch, yet vegetation simply refuses to take hold. Visitors report strange sensations when stepping into the clearing: nausea, dizziness, and sudden feelings of anxiety. Some claim to see glowing orbs hovering in the air, while others insist they've captured ghostly faces on camera. Paranormal investigators believe the clearing may be a portal, while skeptics suggest it's just the power of suggestion. But no matter the explanation, the clearing remains the eerie centerpiece of Hoia Baciu's legend. Stories of lost time began circulating in the 1970s. People claimed they entered the forest for what felt like minutes, only to emerge hours later. Some even reported losing days, returning disoriented with no memory of what happened. Perhaps the strangest account is that of a young girl who allegedly disappeared in the forest for 5 years. When she re-emerged, she was wearing the exact same clothes and had not aged a day. Scientists dismissed the story as folklore, but it became one of the forest's most chilling legends. Electronics also fail here. Cameras glitch, photos develop with strange streaks, and compasses spin erratically. Paranormal teams have recorded unexplained electromagnetic fields inside the forest, sometimes strong enough to shut down equipment entirely. In recent years, Hoia Baciu has attracted global attention. Paranormal television shows from the US and Europe filmed episodes here, branding it one of the world's most haunted forests. Tourists arrive from across the globe, hoping to experience something inexplicable. Guided night tours lead visitors into the forest with lanterns, often stopping at the clearing. Reports from tourists are consistent: sudden temperature drops, the feeling of being watched, and in some cases glowing lights darting between trees. In 2013, a team of Romanian researchers recorded unexplained infrared activity in the forest, as if shapes were moving where no people stood. The footage was inconclusive, but it only deepened the mystery. Of course, not everyone believes Hoia Baciu is paranormal. Psychologists argue that the warped trees, heavy atmosphere, and reputation of the forest prime visitors to experience fear and hallucinations. Infrasound, low-frequency sound waves that humans can't consciously hear, may also cause unease, dizziness, and even the sensation of being watched. In other words, the forest may not be haunted, it may just hack the human brain. Still, that doesn't explain everything. Radiation readings, distorted photographs, and the sheer number of consistent reports suggest that something unusual lingers here, whether explainable or not. Hoia Baciu may be Romania's Bermuda Triangle, but it's far from the only place on Earth where strange disappearances and anomalies seem to cluster. In the United States, Vermont's Bennington Triangle gained notoriety between 1945 and 1950, when at least 5 people vanished without a trace. Despite extensive searches, no bodies were ever found, fueling rumors of supernatural forces at work. In Japan, the Aokigahara forest at the base of Mount Fuji has long been a place of dread, tied to ghostly legends and whispered to be a gateway between the worlds of the living and the dead. Visitors describe losing their sense of direction, even with GPS devices, as if the forest bends perception itself. And then, of course, there's the original Bermuda Triangle in the Atlantic Ocean, a stretch of sea between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, infamous for ships and planes disappearing without explanation. From Flight 19 in 1945 to modern accounts of navigation failures, it remains one of the most enduring mysteries in the world. But what separates Hoia Baciu from all these other places is its scale. The Bermuda Triangle spans 500,000 square miles of ocean. Aokigahara stretches across 12 square miles of volcanic land. Hoia Baciu, barely 3 square miles total, and yet within this tiny patch of Romanian forest are centuries of legends, sightings, and inexplicable phenomena. It's as though all the world's mysteries were condensed into a single, concentrated space, a paranormal hotspot hidden in plain sight. Today, Hoia Baciu walks a fine line between folklore and science, between fear and fascination. For locals, the forest remains a place of caution. Many Romanians refuse to enter even in daylight, believing the land is cursed. Some still cross themselves when passing by, a ritual of protection against whatever forces might lurk inside. At the same time, the forest has become a tourism magnet. Night tours lead groups with lanterns into the heart of the forest, often to the clearing. Paranormal investigators arrive with electromagnetic meters and infrared cameras, hoping to capture proof of what so many have already felt. Scientists from universities continue to measure soil, radiation, and magnetic fields, hoping to find a natural explanation that will finally strip away the mystery. And yet, the mystery endures. Despite the tests, despite the measurements, Hoia Baciu refuses to yield its secrets. Radiation spikes are inconsistent. Photographs reveal eerie faces in the mist that skeptics dismiss as tricks of light. Compasses spin wildly for some visitors but remain steady for others. The forest seems to toy with investigators, offering just enough to keep the legend alive, but never enough to fully explain it. As the world grows more connected, places like Hoia Baciu are rare, zones of mystery in an age of surveillance and satellites. Perhaps that's why its legend continues to thrive, because no matter how advanced our technology becomes, Hoia Baciu stands as a reminder that some places still defy understanding. Hoia Baciu isn't just a patch of forest, it's a paradox. A place small enough to walk across in an afternoon, yet vast enough in legend to fill entire lifetimes with fear. It is science and folklore colliding, a living question mark carved into the Romanian landscape. Maybe one day science will explain its twisting trees, its barren circle, and its whispers in the night. Or maybe Hoia Baciu will remain what it has always been, a place where logic falters, where reality bends, and where humanity is forced to confront how little we truly understand. So tell me, would you dare to step into the Bermuda Triangle of Romania? Or would you keep your distance from the forest that seems to swallow time itself? This is Rotten and Abandoned. Stories of the rotten, the eerie, and the forgotten.